So it's almost Valentine's Day, and I want to share one of my tips that I use throughout the year because it's something that I love. I love tax write-offs, not taxes, not doing taxes, but I do love the write-offs. And with my business, with Rodan & Fields, I get to write off tons of stuff because I'm a 1099 independent contractor. So any type of business expense I keep track of. So that's everything from my cell phone bill to a portion of my mortgage, my utilities because I have a home office. If I discuss Rodan & Fields at lunch with one of my girlfriends, it becomes a business expense. So the list is very, very long. Any products that I use are a business expense. And then also, you know, I do my talent stuff, so I keep track of that separately. So if it's hair and makeup that I need to do for a shoot, or if it's wardrobe for a shoot, or whatever that relates to my on-camera work in the talent industry, then I track that as well. That completely overwhelms a lot of people, but it makes a huge difference at the end of the year. Again, it's Valentine's Day, which means tax day is right around the corner, and a lot of people are very overwhelmed with it. Thankfully, I keep up with it. I think one of my do-it-all tips is just that I do things as I go. I don't wait. I don't let things pile up. If something needs to be put away, I put it away then. I don't wait until 20 things need to be put away. Same thing with my taxes. So I thought I would share my tip of how I do that. So this is my, good old expanding file folder, old school style, that lives in my trunk every single day. I bought the one that has A to Z on it, so it's already labeled. And so as I, typically when I'm buying things, I'm usually out and about, right? Going to a store, running into Office Depot, Target, wherever, and gas for my car. So as soon as I get a receipt that would be a tax write-off, I immediately get my phone and I open up my app that I track all of my tax expenses on. It's called Expensify. So I'm gonna let the app open. I don't know if you can really see it, but I have it set up to where all I have to do is, and you can do this through the computer too. So you can go to a .com site, and then I also have the app. So if I'm on my computer, I do it there. If I'm on my phone, in the car, as soon as I get that receipt, I'm talking like, I don't even pull out of a parking lot. I get my app out, I hit the little plus sign, I take a picture of the receipt, and then I put in, the business name, the amount, and then you have categories. If you log into your .com site, you can actually customize those categories that would make sense to your business. And so I do that. So like for Rodan & Fields, I'll have, products, product marketing, research, training, utilities, home office, cell phone. So I'll itemize everything that way and assign it to it. It takes me 20 seconds to do on my phone. And then I just take the receipt. And like I said, depending on what the receipt is, this one, for example, is Best Buy. So I'll take the Best Buy receipt and I'll go to the B section of the expanding file folder, drop it in, and throw this back in my trunk, and off I go. So at the end of the year, or the beginning of the year, tax season, right after Valentine's Day, since I love my tax write-offs, I will go and I can click a button and say, Rodan & Fields expense report, tax report, and talent tax report. So I'll have multiple ones for myself, but depending on what yours are, you might not have to even break it down that far. But I'll submit that report, and it will export a PDF document of all of my expenses, itemized by category with subtotals, with photos of all of my receipts, and boom, I'm ready to pass that off to my accountant. So if you do have a home office, talk to your accountant to find out how you calculate. They have a formula to calculate what percentage of your utilities and mortgage, etc., can be a tax write-off based on your square footage versus your home office area, space, blah, blah, blah. So talk to an accountant, not to me. But it's great. I mean, and it saves you a ton of money at the end of the year. So tax write-offs are huge, especially depending on which income bracket you are in. And why do I keep old school in addition to that? Number one, what if technology was to fail, right? At least I can go back. Number two, what if I want to return something? Boom, super easy. Just go find the right letter and I've got my receipt. Three, my parents' company was audited, and my mom's super organized, but we had always kept, my family had kept a credit card for business expenses. So you only used that card if it related to that business. So I carried that on over to my life, and that's what I was doing for my businesses. Well, we learned when my parents' company got audited that the credit card statement with all of that was not enough. They wanted the actual receipts. They want to see the itemized detail receipt, because their example was, well, great that you spent $50 at Quick Trip and you're saying it was on gas, but if we just see that on a credit card statement, we don't know that you didn't go buy a lottery ticket or cigarettes. We don't know that it was gas. So good old IRS wants details, so make sure you're keeping it. So that's what I do. So that's how I keep up with my taxes, and it makes my life easy because I do it as I go. So it's as simple as basically clicking a button at the end of the year and my report is boop, out, and I don't have to spend 3, 4, 5 days working on tax expenses like I used to. So hope that helps.